Hello everybody, this is Brandon from Little NC Farmer, and some of you may notice we changed the name to the channel, so don't want nobody to be alarmed, but I gave a suggestion to maybe give it a little more catchier title, and so don't want you to think somebody's hacked this channel or anything like that, but no, we've changed the name on it. So. And I do have another channel. If you will look on my About page, I've got a link to it. It is Old Fashioned Christian Refuge is the name of that channel. So check it out. All my music is on that channel. And I'll still continue to upload on there as I have time. But today, I wanted to show you something. I've been busy today. I've picked up persimmons, I've cut okra, I've picked peas, I've shelled peas, you name it, I've did it. And my wife's hunting something, so I'm just pointing where I put it. But anyway, we've been busy today, but today I've got a handful of peas, and we planted the zipper cream peas that I got the seed this year. They're, as far as I know, they're an heirloom seed, so I'm going to try to save me some as well. But my aunt, my grandmother's sister that lived in Florida, Dade City, Florida, she sent us some of these seeds back years ago, and I remember we loved those peas, and I guess over time they just played out and we lost the seed to them, but I'm thankful that I was able to find these. And I planted some this year here in my garden back there. And as you remember, you probably saw it, the grass is pretty much taking it now. But my grandfather, when he planted them, I remember he mixed in the rows as he was planting them a blue goose pea. And I don't know if that caused that pea to change its shape. See, this is a Crowder pea, it's not a field pea, but the ones I remember were field peas, or they had that field pea shape. Now I could be wrong and I could be mistaken on that, but that's just my memory. But anyway, I've got these blanched and I've got them packed in jars, hot packed. I was going to show you today, if you're doing small batches and if you have a small pressure cooker, this is what's known as the 4 quart. Now that's 4 quart in volume, not 4 quart in jars. You can only put pints and half pints in this cooker. And I have the little book here that came with it. I bought one brand new, but I can only get 3 in it, 3 jars, versus this one I can get 4. But yeah, the model numbers on the newer one, of course this one is basically the same thing, it's just a different, this one doesn't have the safety features on it. But 0121 004, 0125 005, and so on. This is the 4 quart in volume cooker. But you can with this cooker, but I want to say something. The regulator on this one is not like some of your pressure canners that you may have, where you can take the weights off and you have option to go from 5, 10, and 15 pounds pressure. This one will only do 15 pounds. But I go by the recipe that is in the book. I follow this book, and that's what I'm going to do today. Now I raw pack that. The raw pack method, or not raw pack, hot pack method, is basically the same method that you do in the Ball Blue book. There's really very little difference in it. But I brought these to a boil, packed them in hot jars, half a teaspoon of salt per pint, and I've got that ready to go. I've got my cooker heating up. And this cooker, this is the original rack. I've actually got 3 different racks that goes with this cooker. But I use this one when I'm canning. Never set a jar directly on the bottom of the canner because it can break. Matter of fact, I say it will break. But use this little rack that goes on the bottom, and I'm gonna go ahead and put this in there now. You can see it has the way it's made, and it's vented on top so the water and the heat can circulate through it. But I'm gonna go ahead and put that in there now. And then according to my directions in my book, you are to add 5 cups of water and heat that water. And that's what I've done. The water's hot. So I'm gonna go ahead and load this canner, and we're gonna get it ready to go. And like I said, this canner, I can get 4 pint-sized jars in it, where the other one, I can only get 3. So that's why I'm using this one. And these jars are hot. Well, I said I could. Maybe well, I'll take that back. I can't get that many in there, but I've got an answer for that problem. So don't crowd your cooker. So, okay, that one's ready to go. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put the lid on, and I'm gonna bump the heat up, and we will exhaust that one just like you do the others. You wanna do it, I think it's 10 minutes. Let me look here and see. This one you do it for 5 minutes. So we're gonna let it vent for 5 minutes, and we will put the regulator on, and we'll start the canning process. Okay, I'm gonna stop 1 second, and we're gonna, all right, I'm back. So wasn't expecting on having that many. So what we did, I told you I had another one. This is the newer model, and I'm gonna tell you another reason I don't use this one. It's not made the quality that that old one is. This one was made in the 80s. That one right there probably goes back into the 60s, I'm assuming. But I'm gonna go ahead and lid this one up. And I've got that one venting, I've got my timer going. So, but if you're wanting to do small batches and you don't mind canning in pints, this right here will be the way for you to go. And these have a different processing time versus doing it by the Ball Blue book. So you do need that book to follow the directions. Like I said earlier, this one will only do 15 pounds of pressure. So the processing time for these peas is 40 minutes. So once I come to pressure, I'll set my timer there on the stove. I'm going to see if I can't work it out and do them both at the same time. So that one right there has vented. It's got just a little less than a minute, and it'll be ready to start. I'm waiting on this other one to go ahead and heat up. But I've got 5 pints of peas, zipper peas. So, and what I'll say more about those peas, they are kind of a greenish, yellowish greenish color. They won't turn dark when they cook. But you can mix them. I think they taste better if they're mixed. These have the flavor more like a butter bean, not a butter pea, but a butter bean. But they are good. And I think they're better when they're mixed with the field pea, like my Purple Hulls or the Texas Big Boys. So just thought I would show you this, and this is just an easy way that you can do small batches. If you have small batches, you don't want to drag out a big canner, this right here works just as good. And I've used it. And I'm going to turn that down. but I've used this, done this many times, done squash in it, peas, English peas is real good for that. So we've tried that. So anyway, just thought I would show you this. It's been a busy day and I'm not done. As you can see, I'll pan around here just a second. I've got this. I'm thinking about just cutting this up to freeze it. And we've canned okra. And we were blessed this week. I guess you could say I bartered for some pears. So we're going to try to make some pear butter in the crock pot. And I still have a few left. So anyway, just thought I would show you this today. And I'm going to get off of here. And y'all have a great day.